here today is none other than Miss Charina Widjaja, who is the co-founder on NXT Digital and Creative, which specializes in developing interactive applications. And she's very passionate of her craft, and she's here today with vast experience in working with and impacting numerous global brands. So here to share with us more about the rise of experiential technologies such as AR, VR, and of course the metaverse. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to none other than Miss Charina.
Thank you so much. So how's everybody doing? Awesome. So I promise it's going to be super fun because I kind of get bored too easily. So I'm going to make sure that our slides is super fun. So just a bit of background about myself. I started off running a marketing agencies in 2012. So I've always been very, very keen towards anything exciting, something that is more mind-blowing activities. Because every time I go for an event or seeing any setup in the mall or in the middle of the street, brand promotions, I tend to find for something new, something exciting, not something that's been there, done that before. So in 2012, I'm not sure if some of you know, we run this platform called Digital Fashion Week, which is crowned as the world's first live streaming fashion week. So that is, the purpose for that was actually to support the independent labels, independent companies, leveraging on technology, reaching out to a wider audience. Back then, if you remember, 2012, I don't think all of us have Instagram. We don't even care, we don't know what is Instagram, right? So, but we believe in the power of course, internet, and we know that the market is going there. There is, but we kind of copy what's happening in the European market or in the US market. So, therefore, the rise of influencers marketing. So, cutting short, the marketing agencies that we run called DFW Creative gave birth to a new agency, the sister agency called NXT Interactive. Why? Because during COVID, our company hit freaking rock bottom. Like anybody else, if you don't, God bless you. But we did. We hit really rock bottom during COVID, and we want to find a way, how can we make marketing exciting again, even in this very sad situation, very difficult situation where we cannot meet. We need to make everything virtual. Which also, we need to think of the longevity of this idea. So not only virtual, how do we make it hybrid, right? A combination of both where you can experience things, get to know a lot of activities, or the brand can use this innovation for the wider audience, even you are not physically there, and still exciting people on the ground, offline-wise. So NXT Interactive was born when this was actually the idea was born 2 years ago. Company was registered, NXT Interactive was registered last year. And within this short period, we have executed quite a lot of awesome projects. Why? Because it's in the rise. It really is the rising market. So everybody here, like it or not, you cannot neglect this. Learn this, somehow get to know about this. If you are interested, maybe this could be your future career, right? Tap on this. Doesn't mean that you need to develop understanding the coding. I do not. I do not have this experience at all. I just know that the market needs it, and we want to bring it here. So therefore, we have the experts to help us in this. So therefore, our team was growing that way. But the key is to understand what the market needs and when. So, right, that was kind of like summarizing my first point. I'm going to skip next to my to the company show reel shortly, but I will also share what are augmented reality, virtual reality, and what is metaverse, and the impact on in the industry and how the industries has been leveraging on this new technology. Right, so the company NXT Interactive vastly grown our different varieties of services. from event technology. So there you will have how can we do virtual events, hybrid events, like what I mentioned earlier. We also help clients or brands, right, leveraging on technology in creating something super fun, like augmented reality, virtual reality, multi-touch activities off ground, on the ground, and website, of course, mobile application. These are some of the basic ones that been there, done that. Remember this keyword. If you've seen it before, that probably you need to think of something new in order to succeed or be different. What is your differentiation key in your business? So, and of course, the normal stuff like mobile application, websites, NFT, blockchain, these are nothing new. UI, UX, graphic design, you still need that beautiful design, so we still have that in the team. And last but not least is on the metaverse, avatars. It was difficult 2 years ago, but now there's a lot of third-party app that allows you to tap on whatever that they already have, and we can superimpose them to our metaverse space. So let's see briefly our portfolio, our showreel. Wants to do that? Thank you so much. So that is briefly what the company can do, and we have implemented that to many other projects actually.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so thank you. So basically, not only you can utilize that for an event, for example, but you can think of it in the perspective of a company. How can we promote and present our brand in a different way, exciting way? This is actually the fun fact that I think is fun for us to know. What is and how is it started, right? Augmented reality, the earliest functional AR system that provided immersive augmented reality were invented in the early 90s, so it's not a very old invention. But it starts with the virtual picture system developed at the US Air Force Armstrong Laboratory in '92. Subsequently, people start to realize the function, you know. Of course, like what I said, Asians usually a bit late on this kind of adaptation. So US market has been using it to apply this for commercial purposes in the industry such as education, communications, medicine, and entertainment. For example, if you are applying to be a doctor, right? Usually the senior doctor will give you one big round of tour for you to learn different stuff with augmented reality. Before you even arrive at the university, you could have done that test virtually at your convenience. We can get the test result, whether you can pass a certain level or not. So that kind of like shortcut the process. So I always say to my team, fret not on innovations. In fact, we need to know what's the new innovations and tap on it and grow with it fastly. So augmented reality about it is basically things that you augment in real life, right? So the most popular form of augmented reality currently is web AR, which basically you can just experience augmented reality using Safari, Google Chrome without downloading a third-party app. Last time, you probably need to download Spark AR and stuff like that. Now, it's not needed anymore. So as the technology grows, there are more things introduced in the market. So web AR, it's short for web-based AR, like what I mentioned, does not require mobile application. So it's easier for users to experience augmented reality. Now, what is virtual reality, right? It's basically was first used as a science fiction context in Judas Mandala. Okay, this is like fun stuff. Fun fact, in late 1980s, Jaron Lanier designed some of the first business-grade VR hardware under his firm VPL Research. So about VR, this is basically something that is computer-generated environment. So imagine, I mean, I'm not sure if you have tried Oculus, which I think majority of us now, yes. If I asked you 2 years ago, maybe no. My son starts to require me to purchase Oculus for his birthday when he was 9 years old. That was like 2 years ago for Christmas. I didn't know how exciting that is until I put it on. And then I realized we need this at events, you know? And then we start to develop games for companies, for them to experience at events. We had play the plank, walk the plank, for example. It feels like you are walking in a 30th floor and somebody pushes you from the back and you get scared. Okay, don't do that if you have fear of height. But there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do in order for people to remember the message that you want to send across in a very memorable way. Because we, guys, look, we have so many good designs around us. We tend to forget what is the brand trying to send in every message or advertisings, right? So next topic is on metaverse, originated in '92. Science fiction novel Snow Crash as a portmanteau of meta and universe. So that's how they actually first started and combined it as metaverse. Become quite popular term during the last couple of years. So it is an open, accessible, three-dimensional virtual world with multiple shared persistent digital space where basically users can enter the metaverse even without having large space. So like Oculus, same thing. You can draw the area and you can walk within the area. At the same time, you can move with, you can toggle with your joystick to basically go around the space as though you are there. Now this series is, guys, in our cases, we have helped so many people with this. Our latest project that we are, pray for us, we hope we win it, is actually for a client who has a old folks home hospitals. They came to us say that he was the first client that I had crying in a meeting, and I said it to my team also, and I cried together with him. He mentioned that I have, because I have so many old people in my hospital, and many of them are, you know, likely to pass away. And usually we have been running this for many years, and there's only one wish that I cannot fulfill for them most of the time, is this line. I wish I have had been to somewhere. So this is where, now I get chills. Now this is where the functions of technology and innovation bring to the purposeful meaning of what you can do for other people, right? So I always believe and I always tell my team that anything that we do in marketing or innovation or technology must have purpose for it. So I really hope that, you know, more and more brands utilize the functions, this technology for a better use to create that kind of experience. Imagine if you wish you were working so hard. Singapore, we are so used to it. We work until 50, 60 years old. We have not been to, I don't know, Cappadocia or whatever place, right? Now when my leg cannot walk, I want to go. So what do? You know, these are, I'm not saying that this is the best, but this is the closest as you can get. But in fact, it can be even more fun than you are there. First, you will be walking tired. Here, you can wear the Oculus, you can still walk, or someone even push you if you are on a wheelchair. You can click different areas and activate different things. You can talk to an avatar. So it depends on how you, there is no limit on this development. Imagination is your limit. But what I'm trying to say is that metaverse and this 3D dimensional area has changed lives, literally. So what is the industry currently? Now I know I promised not going to be a boring slide. I'm keeping it just two slides of boring content, okay? But this is super important for us to understand where are we at in this AR VR market today. That was 2020 at 11B. I don't even want to count at how many 100 billions are we at today. But the growth within 10 years, it is the fastest growing opportunity business in the industry of innovations. Now, this is basically the chart of, again, how many businesses has been using this from only within 5 years. Yeah, so cutting short, like again, I'm not the developer, but I have so much interest in this that I have to do it. I have to know, I have to keep on finding. I want to find what is the next thing. I'm telling you this today, maybe next week or next month, we see somebody else do some other things. We want to try to develop that for good purpose, obviously. So there are quite numbers of industry investing in good amount of money in AR, VR, and metaverse to leverage on to promote their business. Is there? There are plenty. So, fun fact, when a new Star Wars movie premiered in Japan, clothing retailer H&M set up a designer booth in their Tokyo store. Shoppers could not put on Magic Leap augmented reality glasses, turn on black t-shirts, and customize the apparel that they could actually take home with them. So there are many, many different ways. So this is used in retail industry. This is also another retail industry. I think this one, kind of like you've seen that before, right? I hope. Okay, good. So we are on the same page, people. And this is the one that the augmented reality let you travel in the 360 environment. Beautiful, guys. So it feels like you are walking in the street of Italy or whatever, right? That you have not been there, so it's fun. Maybe I can save costs in I don't want to go there because it's dangerous, but I want to visit Israel, right? So this is something that we can do. So fun stuff. We can even sit on a chair, and then my team is laughing. You have some comments? Okay, so we can actually have fun with each other. It can be in a gaming form. So not only promotions. You can actually create different games, obviously. This was done for Sephora. This was actually during COVID. They cannot meet each other. So we created the 360 virtual environments where it is fun. Before when they receive the invitation, it's in the form of AR, where when you scan the QR code, Royce Lee, which is our host for the event, he pop up and say, "Hey, everybody," in the phone, right? But it feels like it's exciting because it's not, it's not the Zoom event. So this is something that's super fun. And then they come to the event, they can take photo booths in there, they can play games there, and they can still connect with each other. So it has been used lately for educational system. We have been speaking with, of course, I'm talking about the big movers out there, banks, for example, right? When they meet, instead of flying 300 people down to the town, which you are basically not saving the environment, you're wasting the whatever environment not friendly thing. So we can do all of that in virtual space. You can have fun, share different things, and all of those share information still in the same place. So yeah, e-commerce, this is the next big thing, which a lot of people are developing, but sooner or later, e-commerce is no longer in a flat 2D mode, where you just scroll and tap. You can actually use your computer, go around to different 3D retail store, like as though you're there. The next step afterwards is if you have Oculus, you can literally shop and walk and click and put that in your cart without you knowing, oops, you have paid. I mean, that is kind of some of the direction of why we are going digital, to make things super seamless. Just be super careful, but it is going there. Not in the next 2 years, because this takes so much effort, not only on the developer, no problem. We can develop that. We need 6 months or 1 year. Who's going to pay for it? The market going to pay for it. The more the market understand the meaning of this, the more people start to use it, the more big players start to see that there is demand in the market, it will go there, which is, you can see the chart just now. So my summary, in this very vastly growing businesses and different industry, technology like this are used in all of the different industries. So this is a really hot rising market. So when Job Street Seek actually asked us to share about, what is the topic that you want to share? It's this, this is something that everybody needs to know, that I think even start to be alert what is going on out there. I want to teach my son to not be afraid of technology. Who here has been using ChatGPT? Raise your hand, don't lie, because my team do it. And it is not a shameful action. You need to be proud of it and say, I'm using it. I work 10 times faster than you. It is true. So the key is to not be afraid of technology, but to quickly adapt to it and overcome it and see how can you benefit from this technology, right? To not be intimidated over this thing, it's going to replace human resource. It will. Like it or not, it will. So either you are left behind or you tap on it and grow with it faster than ever before. Yeah, so, do we have the QR code? Okay, I'll let you guys, so I'm done. So have a try on this, super fun game. Scan it on the web AR. Don't be afraid, I'm not collecting your data. So just click next and next and next for you to play this game that we have developed. Enjoy, guys. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Yes, we will be, while you guys are trying out that game, we will be opening up the floor for Q&A with Miss Charina. Does anyone have any questions at all? Okay, while everyone is still scanning the QR code, I actually have a question for you.
Yes.
So, especially now with, as you said, technology is rising up and all that kind of stuff, right? How is the rise of virtual technology, AR, metaverse, how will there be more security as well for individuals? Because I think that's another concern when it comes to cyberspace and all that. Like, what are the levels of security that are in place, especially in augmented reality, metaverse, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So it is also being one of the main concern of many, many major brands. But putting short, this is how we step from an offline retail stores to e-commerce, where last time you are afraid in putting in credit cards. And then scammers starts to come in to take your data, and then they scam you. Now you're afraid. So it's the same thing. The steps gonna happen like that. Nobody can stop scammers being scammers, but there's a lot of cybersecurity out there that has been putting layers of protections, 2FA authentications, for example. That's one of the way. Now, not only face, there's thumbprint, there is this, there is that. So just make sure to enable all of those. If the applications are safely giving you layers of security, you have to agree to it rather than skip these steps, you know? Because my aunt, she always skips, and I said, don't skip it, because it's important for them to recognize your face. But many brands out there, majority of the brand and new applications always have these layers of protections. Yeah. So the rest is actually our action. Do we comply to it or not?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
All right. Does anyone else have any other questions with regards to augmented reality or technology, or maybe a career in, in metaverse or the technology sector in general? I think you can see everyone's faces are down. They're probably playing the game.
I'm kind of glad. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys trying already? Does it work? Great. Well, so that is actually the fun stuff, right? So imagine if this happens during events or even at home when we send certain promotions, like it's not even promotions, like different activations, awareness, for example. So this is where we want majority or wider audience to take part in any campaign that we are doing. Yeah.
And for Next Interactive, you guys have an office here in Singapore?
Yes, we are in the midst of moving. The team having a headache and finding the right studio for us. But I think I got a surprise for the team later. I'm gonna view the new office. But yeah, pray for us.
Okay, we'll include you in our prayers. But any last call for questions? All right, we actually have a handful of students here. So I guess on a more personal level, what advice would you give, I guess, youths in general when it comes to navigating their career paths and trying to keep up with the times?
Yeah. So this is not cliche, it is true. Really find what you like. Like for me, I never get bored in marketing and technology combined together. If you ask me to program and focus on technology, I'll say, bye guys, I can't, But to find that mix of, because I love marketing, I love coming up with new ideas, how to promote brands, but not in a boring way. And I love how technology helped that and still give you a feedback of data, like who click, where they click, how long they stay there. This is perfect for any brand to understand and improve for the next campaign. So the key is actually to really know what you like. If after I share and you're like, oh my God, this is so boring, this is not your field. But if you're getting super excited with it, explore it, because the youth, I'm talking about the youth here, that you're still young, you still have time to explore. I'm not saying that if it's old, you don't have time, just that probably if you're older, you are more decisive. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much once again, Miss Charina. Let's give her another round of applause.